Hi everyone, Michelle here with M&B Creations. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to be making a ladybug wreath, and the sign that I got that inspired this wreath is this one right here. This is from Personally Yours on Etsy. Isn't this cute with a little bandana stuff around it? And some of the supplies we have is we're going to be using 10-inch black deco mesh, and then we're going to be using red and white deco mesh, and we're going to be using red metallic tubing. Sorry, I lost for words there. And then we're going to be using some black also tubing. Now the wreath form that I got, I wanted to kind of sparkle a little bit, so we got a red tinsel raised wreath form. This is a 15-inch form, and I like having all of the ties on it, so it's easier to use. I hate putting ties on a metal wreath form. These are really cute. I got these little ladybugs. Aren't these really cute? I had to have them. And the ribbon that we're going to be using today, we're going to be using 4 ribbon in 4 different colors of ribbon in the wreath itself, but we're going to be using 5 different colors of ribbon in the bow. So for the wreath itself, come on ribbon, we're going to be using these ribbon here. See, and I even got the ribbon to match the sign, which is really cute. And the other one that I'm going to be using in the bow is this ribbon. Everything that I am using today, except for this ribbon, I got at Craft Outlet. This one I actually got on Etsy. You can get it by the yard. So I got as much as I could and just used an empty form that I had to put it on there. So what I'm going to do first is I've got all my ribbons cut. They're going to be at 14 inches, and we're going to dovetail them. I saved this one so you can see how I measure them. I use my handy dandy ribbon ruler that I got from Laura's Wreath Room. Thank you, Laura. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at the top. This is a 14-inch ribbon tail. So I'm going to wrap it around. This makes one 14-inch ribbon. Okay, so you just wrap it around. And then it's 2. And seeing how the wreath form has 10 ties on the bottom and 9 ties on the bottom, or I'm sorry, excuse me, 10 ties on the bottom and 9 ties on the top. I always mix that up. We're going to do 9 ribbon of each color because you're going to have 2 different ribbons in each tie. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm also going to be posting all the links, everything that I got today, so you can see where they came from, and that'll be in the description below. Also, if you could share and like, I'd appreciate that as well, and you can also subscribe. You'll get new alerts when I go live or get new tutorials. You'll get an alert that there's a new one. I would appreciate that as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to cut this at an angle like this to dovetail it, just like that. You do that on each end, fold it in half, cut it at an angle, just like that. Isn't that cute ribbon? And I usually do this in pairs because sometimes you get the thick ribbon, doesn't want to cut right, and then you can end up with a weird looking dovetail. So I just do each half. It's just easier that way. There we go. Ta-da! It just makes for a nice clean finished edge. You don't have to do that if you want. Even if you wanted to take the edge like this and then just cut it off at an angle. That looks really pretty too. So I cut all the rest of the bows. I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me cut all these different ribbon. Then the next thing I usually do is put this away. I don't need that anymore. Is I do my mesh. And you're going to need 9 of the red and white and 9 of the black. And I'll show you what we're going to be using. So this is Susie's mesh roller. You can find it on Etsy under Susie's Wreath Shop. I will also put a link down on my description of where you can get this. It's my affiliate link for her, so it'll just take you directly to her page. So I'm going to show you how to cut the deco mesh real quick. I'm going to pan down so you can see what I'm doing. I usually have all of this ready, but I wanted you to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm doing 30-inch ruffles with 12-inch poofs that I'm going to be using for the 20-inch black mesh that you saw at the bottom. And then you just cut it. Just like that. And this is going to make a 30-inch ruffle. Okay. And you do that until you have 9 of the black and 9 of the red and white. Okay, so let's get started. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. This is going to be fun, guys. I've been waiting for this one. I love this one. Okay. So, this is all up to preference. I always leave my ties down because when I'm going around with the poofs, if they're all up like this, they end up getting stuck in my mesh, they're in my way. So I open them up. It takes a little bit longer, but I open them up as I need them. You can definitely pull them all up if you want and open it all up. Do the bottom first, do the top next, or vice versa. It's all up to you. The results are the same. So what I'm going to do is you're going to need 3 zip ties, and I'll show you why as we're going along. So with this mesh, I'm going to zoom down just a tad more. Sorry. I just want to get the angle right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I take my mesh like this, and you just pull it in. Just like this. Okay. Now I'm going to take it and put it in front of this tie right here and zip tie it down. Now we're not going to use this tie until the very end, so you're going to go right through it. You're going to use the tie next to it. This way it'll make seamless work. You can't tell where you started and where you end. Okay. Now some tools that you're going to need for cutting your mesh is you're going to need one of these. It's a rotary cutter. It just makes life so much easier. And I'll show you the tools that I'm using as I go along. Okay. So I use these pliers to pull on my zip ties, and I use these to cut them. You can get a lot of this stuff if you have like I don't know if you have one where you're at, but you just pull really hard. Like a Harbor Freight, they've got these in the kits. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Michael's. They're pretty versatile. You can get them anywhere, really. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to spread this one out that we're going to be going through, so I can see that one later. But I am going to pull this one, because that's the one we're going to be using first. So the way I do it is I pull it under on this side, and I just gather it. See how it drives me nuts? Gather it, and then pull this side under. You want your sides to be under a little bit so it doesn't curl. Okay? Now this is, what I do is a 1, 2, 3 method. Miss Lori Jacobs from Hardworking Mom showed me how to do this. 1, 2, 3, which makes a 12-inch poof. Put it in the tie and twist it. Twist it really tight, because if you don't, this will come undone and you'll have to keep redoing it. Then what I do is I gather it again like this, and then I pull it just like that. You guys, this rotten mesh roller makes it so much easier. I just got this the other day, and I was having to pull it down here and then put something heavy on it, and this rotten mesh roller makes it so much easier. So if you can, I would definitely suggest getting one. It's just gonna make your life so much easier. Thank you, Susie. I love it. If you're watching. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Twist. You're doing a half a twist and then a full twist. You don't want to twist it all the way, because you're going to be opening ties up again. And depending on how much stuff you're going to be putting in, we're going to be doing a basic, simple, see, this one's kind of short, wreath. So we're not going to be adding too much stuff into it, so you may not have to keep opening the tie up too much. It's just going to depend on what you're putting in there. Since we're only going to be putting ribbon and tubing in there, we won't need to open them up so much. Okay, so curl it under, gather. Sorry, an itch. My eye. Okay. And under. And this just takes practice, guys. So don't be afraid to try different things. 1, 2, 3. I always do the poof and ruffle method. It's just because it's my favorite. I've done poofs and ruffles and curls, where you do 2 10-inch mesh curls in one zip tie, not a zip tie, but in one of these. I keep forgetting what they're called. Chenille ties, whatever. 2, 3. And I'm also going to put my links down for my Etsy shop, my website, my Facebook page, Twitter, all of that. Or not Twitter, I hate Twitter. And Pinterest, Instagram, all that good stuff. And if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Gather, turn under. Open up the tie. This is going to be really pretty. I love the black and red together. 3. This black, I love this black, but it catches on everything. Okay. Curl under. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And tie, curl under. See, when you curl it under and you keep pulling it that way, sometimes it wants to curl back up. That's okay. Just turn it back under. Gather, turn under. One, two, three. Now you don't have to do the pull method when you're doing the poofs. There's different ways that you can measure these. You can take it and just bunch it up and then measure it and go like this, same method. Or if you have one of these ribbon rulers like I have, you can take it like this. You can't see the bottom, but you pull it up to the top, and that's I've got a 12-inch one and a 14-inch one, so you can measure it with a 12-inch tail as well. But I just like this method. To me, it's easier. I know with some people, if you have arthritis, that's another way to be able to measure your poofs. If you don't like the slide method. There's always different tricks and tips and tricks that you can do when making wreaths. There's no set rule. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna gather and pull. I like to pull these bottom ones forward because when they stick out like that, they get stuck. Especially with this black that catches on everything. My shirt, everything. Under, gather, and under. Okay. You may have to take this and pull it under. For the sides under with this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And this is this black mesh that I got from Craft Outlet. It's a thinner mesh, so it's nice to use for a base, and it's fairly inexpensive. So you're not going to see. I mean, we're going to be using some more black with this metallic black, which is a thicker. So you're not going to see this base too much. It's going to blend in with the other black, so you really don't need to get a real expensive mesh for the base. The only time you would get something that really not real expensive, but a thicker mesh is if you're doing maybe a different color like the red and white in every other tie, but we're going to put these ruffles in every tie. So 1, 2, 3. See, it's sticking to itself. I like this black, but I hate this black. We have a love-hate relationship, let's just call it that. Okay, so now we were at the tie that we put the zip tie in front of, so you're going to end with that. And that way, excuse me, you're not going to be able to see where you started and where you end. It's all seamless. And that's the way you want. And pull. Okay. Now, in order to move to the next level, we're going to do the same thing like we did down here, but we're going to you're going to gather it just like you would a regular poof. Turn it under, gather. This one's wanting to curl up on me. Okay, turn it under. It's flipping over on this side. Instead of making a poof, you're just going to pull it in front of this tie. And you're going to zip tie it just like you did the very first one. And again, we're going to do the same thing with this one, as we're not going to use the tie that it's in front of until the very end. Okay. These pliers are great if you don't have a lot of upper body strength. That'll help you grip these better. And then, let me trim it. You know what, I think I forgot to trim the other one. Oh, I did. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through this one. We're going to end with this one. I'm going to start with this one. The next one. Okay. So under, gather, under, this mesh likes to stick to itself. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There. See? Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Just open up this tie. Oh, that's the ruffle. See, it's starting to blend in with each other. Okay. Under. 1, 2, 3. Gather. The one reason I do zip tie this down at the front is because if I don't, a lot of times it likes to fall over. So this keeps it from doing that, but you don't have to zip tie it onto the top. It's all up to you. I just do that for personal preference. Black likes to stick to itself. We're going to be going rounds today, I think, with this black. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Move this up just a little bit. I can see it's hard to. There we go. Okay. Now you can see it better. It's all about the angle, people. It's all about the angle. Okay. Under. Under. 2, 3. Okay, under, gather. See this one curled up? How it curled up like that? Just twist it back under. It'll do that. It's not going to be perfect. You can never get it under all the time. You just kind of have to fight with it sometimes. 2, 3. Mesh sometimes has a mind of its own, so you gotta kind of manhandle it. Tell it who's boss. What I do is sometimes these like to poof out. I like to kind of tuck these under a little bit. Under the bottom one. There we go. There. Okay. And since this mesh is kind of thin, you're going to see a lot of, you can see through it. We're not going to worry about that because once we put the other ruffles in and the ribbon in, it's going to hide most of that. If it's still kind of showing a little bit, that's when you can do some curls. And you can add that in there. Like I said, you can do 2, maybe 3, depending on your mesh, if it's real thin or thick. And a chenille tie. I don't know why I can't think of the name of these today. Pipe cleaner. There we go. Got it. Ding ding. Golly. 1, 2, 3. Sorry guys, my nose is running. Even though it's wintertime, I have allergies all year long, it seems like. It's annoying. I live out in here in Colorado and it's drier than, I don't know, it's dry. Let's put it that way. Cold and dry. I'm sick of winter. Sick of it. Hate it. Hate the snow. Under. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, this is where the last tie is. So this is our last one. I should have pulled it through. I should have opened it up and pulled it through last time. There we go. Okay. Sometimes you gotta fight with it. Just gotta fight. I'm winning. There. Last one. Okay. Where's the end? Where's the end? There it is. There. Now we've got the base done. So, I'm going to show you how we do, or how I do, like I say, like you're all standing here, how I finish this. So you don't have to just pull it up like this. So you want about, maybe that much, because you're going to pull it over to zip tie it. And you just cut it, like this. Okay. Pull it under, like this. Let's see if you can see this. It's a zip tie. Oh, I always get these backwards. I got these little short ones and they're kind of hard to handle sometimes, but they're perfect for doing the base. Okay, and just pull it. Now I usually do it about maybe, when I pull it through, I usually about 3 or 4 inches. So what you can do is you can just cut it if it's too long. I'd rather have it too long than too short. If it's too short, then you're kind of screwed. There we go. Isn't that pretty? With the red and the black. Okay. Now, this is actually my favorite part. We're going to do the ribbon. So I'm going to show you how I put the ribbon together. Okay. So these are all, again, 14 inches long, 2 2.5, and 2 1.5. Now when you have these, when you get all these together, You can either use a chip clip like this, hold them together, or one of these, and you can use that as well. So what I normally do is I like to do a print together and a solid together. So I think I'm gonna put the red glitter with the red bandana. Likes to curl. Okay. And then the polka dot with the white. Okay. These together. We're going to put these in every tie with the alternating colors. It's driving me nuts. This red ribbon with the black dots is a little thinner than the rest of them, so it likes to curl up and it's flighty. That's what I call it. I don't know if there's a real word for that, but. And this white, I don't know if you can see it. You may not be able to see it in the lighting, but it's white glitter ribbon. Gotta have the glitter. Never can have enough glitter. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Then you got the red glitter. My poor husband, he hates glitter. Ever since I started doing these wreaths, it's like, oh my god, it's on my face, it's on my hair. Poor guy. The dog has glitter. You know, share the love. That's what I say. You can never have too much glitter. Like I said, guys, normally I do this ahead of time. I do cut all my mesh in my 10 inches, and I cut all my ribbons ahead of time. And then if I don't have enough time, that way I'm ready for the next day. But since this is a tutorial, I'm kind of showing you the process. I think with those ladybugs, I'm going to kind of attach them to some of these ribbon. I think that'll look really cute. I'm going to make a big bow too, so I might attach a couple to the bow. And I don't know what I'm doing right now. Wrong one? Sorry, I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. Not working out real well. So I might attach some ladybugs on the bow as well. I'm not going to put too many because I don't want them to be too busy. But we'll see how it looks as we're going. That's the fun of making wreaths, is you have an image in your head of what you want it to look like. But then once you're doing it, it can completely change and become something you never really thought of. But it turns out better than what you thought of. So it's all a matter of experimenting and playing around with it, which is what I love about them so much. It really brings out your creativity side. What do you want to call it? I don't know. Creative side. I think I'm missing one. I always do that. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to do it this way. There we go. I love this bandana ribbon. It's so cute. It'd be really cute in a, they've got this blue denim mesh So it's like the color of denim. This would be really cute in that with some blue and red tubing. You don't always have to use tubing in your wreaths. I've done some wreaths without them. I just really like it. I think it brings out a nice pop to your wreaths. Some people like it, some people don't. It's just preference. Everybody is different. Okay. So now, see how the chip clip holds it really nice? So, I'm going to bring my wreath back. I'm going to put the ribbon in. Okay, so since, oh, you know what? We're not going to put the ribbon in yet because I have to put in, I don't know why I forgot about this part. I have to put in the ruffles. Duh. Duh. Okay. I usually hang this over the side of the table like this. I'm going to move this so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. And just walk it in. The black is testing me today, and I have no patience. So we'll see who's gonna win. Pull it. You want to kind of keep your eyes on the middle. That way, it keeps it. When your eyes keep it in the middle, keep your eyes in the middle. It's easier to get it even. So I'm just I'm going to open up the twist tie. I'm going to do this first. There. Okay, so now you can't really see. So what you're going to do is pull this side and this side together like this. Okay, and then you're going to do the same with this side. Now keep your scissors handy because you're going to be cutting frays all the time. One mesh that I really have fallen in love with is the fabric mesh. Okay, frays. Because it does not fray. Well, let me rephrase that. It frays very little, not like this. Okay. So you just want to kind of fluff this out. Okay. Looks like a little flower. Okay. I'm going to do a black one. This is going to be a really full wreath, guys. So you're not really going to need, I can tell already we're not going to need to put any curls in it. Now if you start to veer off, just pull it back. And start going back to the middle. Starts veering off, pull it back. I'm still really kind of slow at these, so bear with me. I'm not real fast. You know what? I'm going to open up my ties. This is called a bow dabra. I don't use it to make bows. I use my Easy Bow Maker, but it helps. Hold that. You can put your ribbon in there. Sorry, it was stuck to the side of the... This one's kind of hard to see because it's the same color. Let's find the end. Remember that maybe... Okay, here we go. Just down. Pull it over. I'm so excited to do the ribbon, I almost forgot this part. This is not my very favorite part, but once you get it all in, it looks really pretty. Now guys, the more you play with your mesh, the more it's going to fray. So you want to manhandle it as less as possible to get the effect that you want at the same time. It's going to take a lot of, it takes practice, trust me. Okay, so we're going to throw it like this. And then, sorry, it's hard for me to do it sideways so you can see. And you can here. Like that. Okay. So I think the next thing I'm going to make is, and since it's around Easter time, I bought a 30-inch evergreen teardrop swag that I got from the Christmas shop, I think it is called. And I'm going to make an Easter floral swag. I've never done one before, but I saw someone make it and it was so pretty. I don't know if I'll do a tutorial on that one because I've never done one before, and when I haven't done a wreath before, it usually takes me a while. You guys don't want to sit here and watch me do that for 4 hours, I'm assuming. So I think my next tutorial is going to be a John Deere, or maybe another Easter, I don't know. So I got this sign over here. I don't know if I want to do another tutorial on Easter or with this. What do you guys think? If you want to let me know in the comments. I've got an Easter bunny, a plush Easter bunny to put in the middle of it, which I think will be really cute. So I'm trying to do something a little different. See, having something heavy on there helps it keep from curling under. That's such a pain. Ow. Okay, so I'm going to turn this right here so you can see. I'm at a weird angle, so it's just what the heck is going on with this? Okay, well evidently I'm doing this today without my glasses, so we'll see how it goes. So far so good. Keep your eyes on the center. Pull it in. Now when you're putting these ruffles in, you want to twist that tie pretty tight because you're messing with and you're pulling on the mesh like this. You don't want it to come undone. I know when I first started I used to do that a lot and it was annoying. This tie come undone? Something just didn't seem right, so I don't know. I was just trying to fix it, but I don't need to fix it. There's nothing wrong with it. It just looked funky. Where's the end? There we go. Oops, not in the tie. Come on. Helps if I get it in the tie. It's on the outside. Oh, it's giving me fits today. It's testing my patience. Y'all, I have not a lot of. I think this part is the part that takes the longest to me. I don't know if it's because I'm just not as fast as some are with doing the ruffles. I'm getting there. I'm not faster than I used to be. It just takes practice, 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 practice. Oh, okay, I got two more. For some reason I thought I had one more in my head. I get two white and red next to each other. But I don't. I guess that's what happens when I don't have my glasses on. Glasses smashes. Who needs those, right? You don't need to see me do this, right? hiding from me. There we go. You know, while I'm doing this, I actually also have a live going on that I'm kind of looking at every now and then with Damon is doing a live. Here is my, there it is, it's all curled up. Oh, that's why it looked funny. There, my tie was all jacked. Ow. I just got poked by a pin. Sorry. That hurt. This ruffle is jacked up. Sometimes you just have to play with your ruffles a little bit. Tuck them under. Sometimes if you need to, just make it look how you want to. There we go. Ow, that hurt. There must be a pin on the floor and my foot just found it. Sorry. This is the last one on the bottom, and then we're going to switch to the top. Yeah, that's why, because it came undone. See? I didn't tie it tight enough, so this came undone. There we go. That's why I say you gotta twist it really, really tight. They're not gonna break. They're wire, so you're not gonna break them. So you want to twist your ties really tight, or they're gonna come out just like my one did. Here. Okay. So, see how that's ready to look at the bottom? Thank you. Okay, so now we're gonna do the top. I'll find my ties. There they are. Oh, these keep coming undone. Okay. Well, this is gonna look really cute when it's done. Because this is not. Ruffles are not always my favorite part, but they're so cute on a wreath. Oh, the tie's getting short. I have to open it back up to do the ribbon. So once you get to the top, when they're a little closer, not closer together, but if you're doing the ruffles at the top and it's touching the other one, you just want to pull them both up on the side to make sure they're standing up. But I'll show you how that looks. Oh, that still hurts. Ow. Sorry, oh my god, I think I have a sliver. There's a piece of wire in my foot. Gee, my Christmas. Is the other end. There it is. I love black. It's one of my favorite colors. And yes, I know it's not a color, it's a shade. But love it. It's just hard to see when it's black on black like that. Oh man. Okay, so that takes it in. I think there's only 9 at the top. I may have got those short. Let's see. We'll see. I think I miscounted. Okay. Whew. Come on. Okay, so like I was saying, if you have 2 that are right next to each other like this, I'm going to make sure, pull them up like this so they're both standing up. Okay, that happens, people. It happens. Let's try this again. So I'm saying if you don't get those ties really tight, they like to come out. Let's try this again. There we go. It's not coming out now. My God. I'm gonna have to cut some frays on it though because I guess I did count them right there. We only have 2 more. Black. Okay. Mm-hmm. 3 more. Sorry, I did miscount. Oops, let's not miss one, shall we? Almost missed one. Black is starting to tick me off. You want to kind of cut the frays off as much as you can while you're doing this. Otherwise, if you wait till the end, you're going to be doing this for a while. And at least this way, while you're doing it, you can catch most of them. Just found another one. Okay, so I miscounted that one black. One more after this, and then we can start with my favorite part, which is the ribbon. The only part that I really don't like with making these is I hate putting signs in. Hate it. But they're so pretty once they're in there. It gives it such character. I hate putting them in there. So I can fight with them. But I have my easel that I use that helps me put them in. I tried putting them in while I had this laying flat on its back on my table, and I just wasn't, they were coming out crooked, and then I have to take it out, and my easel is my best friend when it comes to my sign, putting picks in. I just get everything even. Yeah, this is like mushed down now. Make sure this is up. Okay, I gotta cut a black real quick. Hold on. Oh, that's looking really pretty. When you're using one of these, be careful. They are super duper sharp. I've cut myself on it before. It's not fun. Okay, 30. inches. My shirt. I'm knocking stuff on the floor. Okay, last one right here. Okay. Last one, and then we get to put in the ribbon. Now all of my ribbon are all wired, so I don't use any like gross grain or satin or anything like that. They just do not hold up. They're too flimsy. You want your ribbon to be standing out there. So when you are messing with them, you want to be able to shape your ribbon, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you can't do that with satin or gross grain or, you know, any kind of ribbon that's not wired. So you probably can use that kind of ribbon if you can make them wired, but it's a lot of work. You have to have a certain foot on your sewing machine. You can do it with a serger. I've seen videos on how you can do it. So if you can't, this does not want to stay shut. So if you can't find the ribbon that you're looking for anywhere, you can do that. It's gonna be a lot more work than probably what it's worth. Some people have also said that they could put starch on it. But if it gets wet and it's outside, it gets all sticky. It's just not a good idea. What is going on with this? There. Okay. There. The back of it so you can see. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So I'm going to start with my ribbon. Favorite part. Okay. So I'm going to put this white in with the black and the bandana. Let's see. I think I'm going to put the bandana in with the black and start that out there. Okay, so how you want to do this? I take your ribbon. I'm going to move this over just a tad so you can see. Okay, there we go. So this black mesh is really testing my patience. So you want to fold it in half, like this. Crease it. Scrunch it in the middle. Like that. Well, I keep forgetting to... At this point, I'm going to have to open up my ties because after putting the mesh in there, they're really short. But your mesh should not come out because it's been in the tie for a little bit now, so it's scrunched in there. And twist your tie back around. So then what you want to do is you want to pull like this. And you want to do the opposite like this. Okay? See how when they're wired like that, you can shape them. See? And you're going to be messing with your ribbons a lot while you're making your wreath. There's just no way around it. Okay. Fold it now. Push it. And shove it down in your tie as much as you can and twist it really tight because you're going to need to pull on your ribbon like that. So if you tie them tight enough, they're not going to come out. Some of this thinner ribbon or silkier ribbon you want to be careful of. Satiny ribbon, lame, I call it lame ribbon because I hate it. It frays on it. Can slide a little bit. You just pull it back through. Where is my tie? My ties like to get stuck behind the ruffle sometimes. Heck. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. I don't know what happened there. Just having a hard time today. What the heck? Normally I'm not so off on my numbers, and I don't know, it's because I don't have my glasses on. I don't know. Put it in there. Pull. I got my ribbon, but whatever. This one over here. My little fur baby's in here. What are you doing? I can't play with you right now. I don't know if you can all see her. Can you see her? There she is. There's Chicky. Can you say hi? She's like, nope. Daddy's at work, so she has to come in and visit me every now and then. See what I'm doing. Chicky, get out of there. Stretch it. Pull on your ribbon. Don't be afraid to manhandle it. Like I said, it's pull on them, make them go. They'll go wherever you want to go. You just gotta pull on them. I love this bandana ribbon. It's so cute. It. We're going to be opening these ties up one last time to put the tubing in, so you don't want to twist it all the way. Once I'm done putting everything in, then I usually twist it like 3 times, so it's really tight. There it is. Okay. This one is really short, so it's really short. I don't want to, but I have to. There. Okay, there. I had to open it and shove it in there so I can get more tie out of it. Well, these ties are not wanting to stay closed, and I never had this problem before. I don't know if it's because of the tinsel and it's slick. I don't. It keeps coming undone. Sorry, I keep getting it on the camera. Push it in the middle. Put it in your tie and twist it as far as you can. Oh, I really like this white ribbon. It's really stiff. It's really stiff. And you want to make sure that the inside ribbon like this is pretty even with both ends when you push it in the middle. Or when you fold it, I should say. Wow. Look at that wreath Damon's making. It's crazy. Huge. Okay. One last one on the bottom. I think I'm going to use this white ribbon for the base of the bow that I'm going to make because it's so stiff. It'll help everything else stand up. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like sandpaper. But it's not rough. It's weird. Okay, so now we're going to do the top. Put it in the middle. And did I open it? No. Now when I'm doing my ribbons, guys, I always pull them out towards me. Even the top, I do that because I don't know with my embellishments that I put on there how it's gonna lay. So if it ends up like a sign, sometimes then I'll crisscross it. So we'll probably end up doing that, but I just want to make sure they come out to me first, and then we'll figure that out when we get to that point. In the middle. I love wired ribbon. Since I've been doing wreaths, I've become the ribbon junkie. It's like I'm a ribbon collector. I get it from everywhere. If I see a ribbon I like, I just get it. Even if I don't have anything going on with it. My husband's like, don't you have enough ribbon? Absolutely not. Is that a dumb question or what? So is that a real question? I am such a ribbon junkie. Ribbon junkie. And I blame Craft Outlet for that. Open up my tie. This white ribbon is so stiff. But it contrasts well with that red and black. I don't know if you can hear it while I'm working with it, but it's crazy stiff. Okay. We got 2 more pieces going on with this wreath, and then it should be done, because we're just, after the ribbon, we just got the, no, 3, because we got the ribbon left, which I think we have only a couple pieces in there that we need to put in there, and then the tubing, and the sign, which I hate, and ladybugs, which we're gonna hot glue on there. Some of them, they actually come with wire, so I might be able to actually wire some in there. I try not to use hot glue as much as possible, just because if these are outside, which they can totally be outside, and it's hot, the hot glue can get a little melty and sticky. So, good rule of thumb is, if you have a wreath, or you bought a wreath, or what have you, and somebody has put hot glue on embellishment, or even on your own wreath, I suggest not storing it in your attic, because hot air rises, and your wreath's going to become a hot mess. Just saying. Tip of the day. Okay. Okay, I didn't need that one. Got 2 more. Trying to flip the camera. Sorry guys, I'm not used to being in front of the camera, so I'm used to just doing this, so I'm not used to doing this in front of the camera, so I'm trying to keep it in the camera as much as possible, but do my best. Alright, one more. Then, there's glitter everywhere. Last one. There. Okay. That's what we have so far. Isn't that bandana ribbon cute? And it matches the sign perfectly. It's even got those little same flowers in it and everything. Okay. Now, love this stuff. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do black and red tubing together and put it on every tie around the bottom and every other tie around the top. So I do it all in every tie around the bottom, just because when you have a wreath on the door, you're looking straight at it, so you don't see, you know, the embellishments that are around the side. So, and I make my loops a little bit bigger around the side than I do the top, because I like it sticking out a little bit from the side so you can see it. Okay, here's the red. I make my loops about 4-inch loops. I'll start with that, and then, okay, so I'm gonna find the end. I'm gonna clip the ends because they frayed while they're in the bag. Okay, bear with me, I just gotta find the end. There's an end. Okay. Sorry, I do need my glasses for this. Hold on guys, just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I can't find my glasses. Oh, here they are, underneath the ladybugs. Okay. So how you want to do this? Hold it like this. You want about 2 inches of a tail. Loop it like this. Loop it again. And then cut off the tail like that. Again, I have to open the ties up because they're too short. So at this point, once I put in my tubing, I can close up my tie because I'm done with them. Okay, so put it in there, hold it down with your finger in the middle because it is kind of slick stuff and it'll try to come out. Dog's having a conniption fit. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Open the tie up. Okay, I'm gonna have to go see what she's barking at. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna put this in there so you can see it. Like that. Now, where are my glasses? sometimes you lose the end. Just gonna have to find it again. Okay. A bit. I think I'm gonna go around this side. You can see it. There we go. A little bit. Just like that. Another, just like an infinity sign. And then twist it 3 times, because I'm not opening these ties up again. So I want to make sure that they're in there really tight. Get ribbons. Oh, these frays are killing me. There we go. Sprays are just out of control. Sometimes the metallic threads like to come out too. You just gotta snip them. Okay. So we're getting there. We only got a couple more steps and then we're done. So it's a pretty easy wreath. Not a whole lot going on, but it's still fun to make. I'm having the hardest time today. Here. You guys, don't be afraid to try new things. You know, you never know if you're going to be able to do it until you try it. And then you've learned something new, right? So don't be scared to try something completely new. Like I'm going to be doing my Easter floral wreath, and I've never done one, so, but I'm actually kind of excited. Like I said, I probably most likely won't do a live on that one, just because when I'm learning something new, it takes me a while to kind of figure it out, because I want it to look a certain way. Unfortunately, I'm one of those perfectionists, which could be a curse and a blessing all at the same time. So I don't want you to have to sit through 4 hours of a tutorial, you know? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay. I love tubing. Miss Laura Jean from Laura Jean's Wreath Room got me hooked on it. Thanks, Laura. Thank you. Try not to knock over everything. If you hear a big crash, it's because I knocked something over. Try not to do that. I need a bigger craft room, and I need a bigger table. But I'm saving all my pennies to build what's called a she shed. I don't know if you know what those are, but it's like a man cave, only it's I want a studio, craft studio outside my house. So I don't have to worry about the dog barking. I don't have to worry about all that good stuff. It's just me and my space. Like that. Anyways, you don't have to put tubing in this wreath if you don't like. If you don't like the tubing, that's perfectly up to you. Okay, we've got the bottom done. I just do it because I personally like it. I think it just gives, you know, a little bit of pop. See? Just like that. And you can get it in so many different colors and metallic and burlap and all kinds. So, okay, we're going to do every other tie on the top. So basically, since there's 8 on the top, we're only going to do 4. So it's just this one. Sorry. Trying to keep you in the camera. You guys, I think I'm gonna put those in the white ones. Okay, so I'm gonna twist that off. I'm gonna put the tubing in the white ones just because it'll pop more. If you guys need to, you can measure these. They're about 4-inch loops. Because I've been doing it long enough, I just don't measure them anymore. There, that looks better in the white. You can see it better. But since if you're first starting out, you can definitely measure the loops. That's better. Okay. So once we're done with the tubing, I'm going to pan over to my easel because we're going to do the sign. I'm going to do the sign first before I put the bow, just because I want to do the placement first so I can figure out where to put the bow. I don't want to cover up the sign with the bow, so we're going to put the sign right in the middle though. So I'm thinking about putting the sign, or not the sign, but the bow on the top left corner. But we'll see what it looks like when we get to that point. We're almost done. It's definitely see it a lot. I think that's it. Okay, so we got all the tubing in. Put this stuff away later. Got glitter everywhere. Okay. See? Isn't that cute with the tubing in there? That's what it looks like so far. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on my easel. And we're going to put our lovely sign on. Or my easel's about ready to fall over. And we're going to do this today, huh? So, but before I put my sign on, what I'm going to do is we're going to make the bow. This is another one of my favorite parts. Okay, so I put these, this, and this. Okay, so I'm going to start with the white first. You're going to need something heavy because I'm going to show you a trick. Once you're, because these will start to open up as you're putting more ribbon in there. Okay, you're also going to need, see, this is why I need a bigger craft room, because every time I turn around something falls on the floor. It could just stay there. You're going to need a zip tie, and this one is about 14 inches long. I put this at the very bottom like this. Now I don't have to mess with it later. Okay. Normally, or this easy bow maker you can get at, I got mine at Michael's. You can get it on Amazon. Joann's may even have it. Hobby Lobby might have it. It's fairly inexpensive, but it's the easiest way that I've found to make bows. It comes with 4 spools. 2 of them I only have in here. It comes with another one that's right here, which I don't use. I don't even know what that's for. And then there's one that comes here where you're supposed to put your ribbon on, and here. But it's too short in between here and it gets in my way, so I don't use it. But this is the easiest way I found to do bows. I'm just going to pull this. And I'm not going to put tails on it, so I'm just going to put this at about, this tail about 6 inches. No. Actually, I'm going to put that on after we get the first loop going. I'm going to do this about 8 inches. Because this stuff's so thick. I'm going to make the loops at about 7 inches. So, make it a little bit longer. Okay. Getting white glitter all over. So what you want to do is twist it. So the underside is facing up. Make your loop, put it in here. It's going to be about 7 inches. Twist it. Pull this bottom piece down, the tail. Twist it. The more you do this, the easier it gets. You get doing it one-handed, like this. And then twist it. It's thick. And I'm going to do 6, so 3 on each side. Push down. Put your thumb in here like this so you can measure it correctly. Pull on it tight. Press it down. Twist it. You can move these out of the way. Twist it. I'm not liking this ribbon, you guys. Just saying. I don't think I'll ever get this again. But it's just real crinkly, and it is. It's like working with sandpaper, but it's not gritty. Pull it, push it down, twist it. Okay, got that part there. Ugh. I'm gonna pull those down. So this is gonna be a fairly big bow. I don't think I'm gonna be using this ribbon for anything anytime soon. I just don't like it. I mean, it's probably gonna make a good bow because it's real stiff. However, ugh. Okay, onward, moving onward. Just kind of moving around. Now, we're gonna do the bandana one. This is my favorite one. The good thing about stiff ribbon like this is if you have something that's real kind of thin, like this stuff, it'll hold up the thin ribbon. And I don't dovetail my tails until the very end, and I get it all fluffed out, because that way I know how much I need. I'll do this at about 7 inches. Okay, twist it. This stuff's really easy. This is like a canvas type of cloth, so it's really easy and sturdy. And I think we're going to do these at about 6 inches. Twist it. I think I'm only going to do 4 of these, so 2 on each side. Maybe 6. We'll see. At this point, if you got too much ribbon and it's in the way and you can't see it anymore, just measure it against this one and be good to go. Okay, so see how it's starting to move in between here? I'm going to show you a trick once I get done with this, because it's going to want to fall out. You need something heavy, doesn't matter really what it is. I take my pliers, actually, doesn't matter which pliers, and I put them in the middle, like that. I just need something heavy. So should I do, I'll do 6 on this one as well. Twist it. Push it down. Twist it. Actually, I like these better. There. Okay. So I'm going to do this ribbon. Push it this way. Let's see, which one should we do next? Let's do this one. Actually, no, we're going to do the red first because it's more of a stiffer ribbon, and this is cloth, and it's kind of a thinner cloth, so this red ribbon will hold up very well. I'm only going to do 4. Maybe not. We're going to do this one last because I don't have very much of it left. This is all I have of it left. So, I'm going to do this one next. And there goes my rubber band. It's one of those kind of bags. I'm just saying. These are falling over. Rubber band breaks. Okay. So twist it. Kind of hold it in the middle with your finger. This is why I'm saying you're going to get really good at this once you do this more. You can push these together, but they're not going to stay. Hold it down with your finger in the middle. And we're going to make these probably about 5 inches. Twist it. Okay, so we're just going to do 2 of these. Twist it. Twist it. I'm going to pull the tails in the opposite way. So one's on the top and one's on the bottom. Okay. So now we'll do this one. Some canvas you'll get is the same on both sides, so you don't have to twist it, but this one is plain on one side, so this one I do need to twist it. And it's, I don't know, it's a little curly, so I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller, probably about 3 inches. Yeah, 3.5 inches. I'm going to do 2 on each side as well. See, it likes to curl. Twist it. I need to invent like a little bar or something that just goes in there. It's heavy. I need to invent like a little, I was thinking this morning like a, oh, I forgot to put this back in there, a ribbon tower. That would, you can hold different levels of ribbon on there while you're doing this. Okay, put that over there. Okay, this one, I'm going to do maybe 2 loops on it if I have enough. If not, just 1. Twist it. Do. Maybe I'll do 3. Just might as well use this ribbon. I don't waste ribbon. Some of them can be rather expensive, so if I can use all of it, I will. And I can. Okay, I'm going to do 3. forgot to put this back under there. So. What you want to do is put okay, hold on. There. My computer's having in here. There. Okay, just want to make sure we're still recording. So you want to pull this. I'm gonna have to play with this. When you start to pull it in, lift it up. Okay. The more you put in there, the more it wants to fall apart. So you really gotta baby it a little bit. Okay, so now see how there's a little edge right there where you've been wrapping it around? You want to put it in there, but gently. You want to pull this a little bit just so they don't fall apart. Okay. Not too tight. You're going to need to move it. So twist it all the way to the back. Now, I secure this with wire. Just floral wire. You can use any color you want. I just use silver. And I make it kind of long. Just because I've got to go through layers of mesh. If I'm doing this in the middle, then I'll make a 30-inch ruffle and tie it to the back. You take pipe cleaners, 2 pipe cleaners, and twirl them together to make one long one. You do that 2 times. And you tie it to the back of the wreath form so it makes an X like this. Then you take a 30-inch ruffle and wrap a pipe cleaner around it, and then you can tie it to those pipe cleaners so your bow won't fall in the middle. You want it sticking straight on top. But we're going to put this on the side, I think, so I don't need to do that. I want to make these fairly even. I mean, you're not going to see it, so it doesn't really matter, but that's just the way I am. Okay. So once you get that in there, and you want to pull this really tight. And snip it. Now, you want to fluff it. However, I don't fluff it all the way until I get it on the wreath. You just want to fan these out. You don't have to worry about pulling on these too hard because you've got that zip tie on there so tight, they're not coming out. See, you can really yank on them, and it's not going to hurt it. Okay. That. Oh, it's white everywhere. And I don't cut my tails until I get the wreath, or this on the wreath as well. That way I have a better idea of what it looks like. You know what? And I think I might do this. I just want to see what this looks like. Yep. Put the ladybug in the middle. So when you have this, you can see, I don't know if you can see it in here, but you can kind of see the zip tie in there. I usually take something really pretty like a bowl, a ball, or bulb, or you know, something, and put it in the middle. But this will be really cute with the ladybug in the middle. I'm going to turn on my glue gun. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is, okay, I'm going to pan over to the side so you can see the wreath on the easel. Okay, move it this way so you can see it. Okay. My easel's looking up today. What the heck? Okay. There we go. So, as hard as a tad. So I can work on it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is take my, I'm not using this white ribbon ever. Anybody want any white ribbon? Okay, so do right there. Right there. So you just have to put this through on the mesh, and if you can't find an opening, you can shove it through the mesh. Move this closer. And then back here, I know you can't see it, but you want to just wrap the wire around one of the, and you don't want to pull it too tight that's squishing your mesh. And twist it about 3 or 4 times so it doesn't come out. now that I got this on there, I'm not going to fluff it out too much because I'm just going to finish it. This is not on easy, right? It keeps swinging back and forth. Okay. Just want to trim these, and you just do like you did before. Cut them in half. Like that. This one I'm going to cut kind of short. When you're fluffing your ribbon, you want to pull it open like this. Just stick your 2 fingers in there and pull them open. Oh boy. There. Okay. I like to do the bigger ones a little bit longer. But I don't want to give it too much tail. Here's the other one. There's that one. There's the other one. So, we're almost done, guys. Hang in there with me. Don't leave me yet. All we gotta do is put the sign on and put some ladybugs on it, and then we'll be done. It's super cute. Okay, so that looks good for now. So now comes the sign. So at this point, seeing how I'm just going to be putting the sign in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and cross these. Okay. You take them, make them to an X. Careful not to pull your tubing out. I've done that. Pain in the butt. Just saying. Alright, now we're going to do the sign. And okay, I'm done with that. I get the signs without the holes or anything on them because I do it myself. One thing I use is one of these. Okay. And I'll show you how to do this. It's really easy. You can get one of those beading pliers at Hobby Lobby. That's where I got mine. So what you want to do, take your little beater and squeeze. Just like that. And it makes a little hole. And do that on all four corners. Okay. Now, you take a wire, and you're just going to put it in each hole and twist it. Like this. Okay. You do that on each side. And I would say I make mine a little long, so mine is going to be about maybe 19-20 inches long for my wire. Like I said, I'd rather have enough, too much than not enough, so you can always cut them off. One more. Okay. Be careful when you're doing this. When you're twisting it, not to whip you in the face. I've done that, and it hurts. So don't do that. Hold it away from you far enough. It doesn't do that. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. And again, you don't want to push it in far enough to where it mashes your mesh. You want to put it in to where it's snug enough and it doesn't move, but you're going to pull some mesh out from behind it so it looks like it's sitting inside of it. Okay. And again, just go inside the mesh. There's a hole right here, so that's a good spot. There we go. This is the part I hate, guys. I just hate it. but somebody's got to do it, right? If I could pay somebody to do this, I'd be all over that like white on rice. Oh, and if it would help if I went around the bar. There. Pull it too tight. Just like that. Okay. Now, this is what I hate doing. Okay, there's that side. Hole right there. You don't want it too tight like that. Okay, I have a look at it. Can you see why I hate the sign? There's no love lost for this sign. But it's going to be super cute once I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna loosen these up a little bit because they're too tight. Better. I don't like this part. There we go. Purple stuff behind there. ribbon. You know, this sign also has a little bit of pink and gray and green in it. You could also add some of those colors. Those would be cute, especially with the pink. I personally am not a big pink fan, so I know other people are, and that's totally buying them, but I'm doing just the red and the black. I think that's pretty. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting on my ladybugs, and then we will be done. This is a hot mess back here. See? These come on little wires, so you can wrap them in there if you want. I think I'm just going to put them on some of the ribbon. Ladybug. Put this in the middle. This ladybug's gonna have to hold it down just a tad. Maybe I'll put one right here. That wire sticking up. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that look cute right there. This is the fun part of creating, you guys. You can just play with it and do, you know, things that you think look really cute. Use your creativity. So you're gonna be constantly put that little ladybug right up there. Don't burn yourself, people. Do it all the time. I'm gonna put some ladybugs around the side. I'm just gonna do 3. These ladybugs are so stinking cute. Look really cute on that white too. You guys, I'll have this on my Etsy shop tomorrow. Come on. This one doesn't work. Sorry. Up a little bit. There we go. I got glue on me. And I'll put a listing down for my Etsy shop too. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate. I'm gonna try to save some of these ladybugs because I think I'm gonna make another ladybug one with just a bow in the middle. I don't know. It's really cute up here. I don't want to white. Oh. Hot. Isn't that cute? I like that little ladybug up there. We got one on there. Let's see, where else should we put one? Let's put one down here. And I think we'll be done. Hold it there for a second. Well guys, I think we are done. I'm just going to tuck this back just a tad so you can see. Aww, it turned out really cute. See, put it in here so you can see it. Get off. Alright, there she is. What do you guys think? That turned out cute. There's the big bow. So one thing I do with my wreaths is I cover the back of them with like a round placemat. So with this one, I would do like something that matches with it, and you attach them by zip ties. I personally do that just because it's a nice finisher to it. It just presents it a lot better. I know some people don't care if they see the back or the back's open. But I just think it finishes really awesome. So, let me pan down. So, thank you all for coming to visit my channel. I hope you liked my tutorial on the ladybug wreath. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll answer your questions as best as I can. Like I said, I will put all of my links down underneath the description. If you can all like and share and subscribe, that way you'll get alerts from when I do a next tutorial or go live. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Where is my mouse? Thank you all. You have a great day.